I just wanted to jump in before the video and let you know this is going to be a long one. But it's the season finale, so of course it's going to be a little bit longer. So grab some chamomile tea, maybe some popcorn, and let's see how this thing ends. It's day 31 of my Compose 31 Pieces of Music in 31 Days challenge. Can you believe it? We made it. Well, to be completely honest, we haven't made it yet. I still have to write a piece today. Sorry, air just came on. I'm not sure how loud my softbox is. I noticed in the last video that I used this setup, there was a lot of extra noise. By the way, there's probably extra noise in today's video anyway. People banging on roofs, chainsawing trees off of their property. So just bear with me. Let me help catch you up from yesterday. If you haven't watched that video, check it out here. Yesterday morning, I woke up to a tornado at 4 o'clock in the morning that wiped out power. We're fine, but my neighborhood was hit pretty hard. Yesterday ended up being a very difficult day to write music. I still put something out, though it's not exactly a piece that I'm super proud of, but I kept the streak alive. And I do think I'll look back and listen to the piece and remember the day. Not that I would really want to, but it encapsulated where my mind was at that particular time. I never have notifications on. But today is day 31. I originally intended to do something special. I wanted to release a piece for concert band today. And on day 29, I started working on it, and I was going to chip away on day 29, and then day 30, and then today. But yesterday, I didn't get to do that because I was strategizing my power consumption, because I didn't want to run out of battery. And that means I didn't open that file to work on it at all. So I don't know. It's about 10:30 right now, so I'm not entirely sure if that piece is going to be the one that gets released today. Anyway, I forgot what I was just saying. That's what happens when you don't script these things and you just hit record and start talking. And then Pumpkin joins in. All right, better get to work. It was a split second for you, but it's been a couple hours. And I haven't actually gotten around to getting started on the concert band piece. So my decision's been made for me. I'm going to go through and try to sample a little bit or a lot of each piece that I wrote this month to put together into a new piece. My goal is to find a second here, a second there that I think would work as a sample that I would then move to different pitches and play it like its own instrument. So there might be some sections that you're literally that was It's Raining on the Moon. Or there might be some sections you're I have no idea where that came from. So we'll see what happens, if that actually works or not. Hey, Pumpkin? You wearing my puffy jacket? I'm not even mad. So yeah, I'm about to get started on the piece. So I'm going to be going through looking at the different pieces that I've written and trying to find a snippet to use. If I'm not careful, this will last a couple hours. I bet you there's going to be some spots where I'm I don't even remember writing that. Here's day 1. What about just that sound? Let's just do that. I'm just going to drag that whole thing in there. Day 3, the superhero theme. Let's figure this one out. I forgot about this. I just remembered that I didn't do all of these in Logic, so this is going to get complicated. I have to go find the videos. I wasn't actually as excited about day 4, but then I started messing around with the clip without even trimming it. I like that. That's what I want. This is going to be hard because I want to use all elements at least once, but I'm going to have 30 different things to pick from. That is going to be tough. I may have bit off more than I can chew. Just today I've had I think 3 different people knock on my door trying to give me food and stuff after this tornado. It's really nice. But I feel like we lost a fence. That's not a big deal. There's so many people that got hit way harder than us. I mean, I accepted a water because I feel like I'm being rude by not accepting their kindness. But I don't know, it's really nice. I don't remember if I said what time it was when I started, but I just made it through finding my clip for day 12, and it is 2:20. I feel like I've been doing this for hours. Might have only been 30 minutes, I don't know. I've made a huge mistake. I'm to number 21. God, this feels like it's taking forever. Haven't written a note yet. It's going to be a late night. I just made it to day 26 finding a sample. It's funny, I've already forgotten half of these things that I've written. Day 29. Almost there. See, I forgot what I even wrote the last 2 days. So I just finished making the instruments, and that took a long time. It's 3:30. I don't actually know when I got started. I have to finish on the 31st. Technically, the video doesn't have to be on the 31st as long as I have it uploaded in time for you guys to see it. But wow. So I have a 30-piece orchestra ready for me. I want to use everything at least once. We'll see what happens. I've said, how many times this month have I said, we'll see what happens? By the way, I want to thank you again if you've come along on this journey. I can't believe I've made it to day 31. And if you've been listening and you like what you're hearing, make sure to let me know. I can't remember if I mentioned this before, but I do think I will try to assemble all of these compositions into a playlist or an album or whatever you want to call it. I might toss it up on Bandcamp. I'll put a link. Actually, there's a link to my Bandcamp down in every single one of these videos. Car. I've also toyed with the idea of starting a Patreon, where every piece I make that ends up on YouTube would be a digital download that you would get automatically just for being one of my patrons. I thought about making one of the Patreon tiers be something like, at this level, all the pieces that I put out as a digital download to my patrons are available to you to use in your YouTube videos, podcasts, basically my own royalty-free music library, where because you're paying X amount of dollars a month, you can use my stuff and just let me know about it. And if you are potentially interested in backing me on Patreon to see more videos like this in the future, let me know some other perks that would make you really consider jumping on. Anyway, this isn't a commercial. This is a video about me writing my 31st piece of music. It's time to do this. So I'm going to spend the next couple minutes, I'm probably going to spend the next hour just trying to figure out an idea for how to utilize different sounds and create a rough plot to go through and fill in. I better get to it if I want to finish in March. So I have a problem. I don't really have anything that's just one note that can play melodies without having another note tied in. Everything has like a fourth or a fifth. This was a mistake. So I seem to have picked a whole bunch of cool sounds, and I didn't plan very well because none of them, I don't know how many of them actually work together. So either I go through and cut a few of them and find some that are just more melodic, like one note, or I completely change what this piece is going to be. So I think I'm in trouble. The problem with sampling things 30 different times is hoping that they'll ever line up. Because unless everything was the same tempo, the different keys are never going to line up with each other. So I don't know what I'm going to do. This is troublesome. Probably the most straightforward thing to do would be to go through and just pick some new samples that are one note and try to make it work. Of course, by the time you're watching this, I've already figured that out. So it's 8:15, and I have about 15 seconds of music written. So I think I need to relax a little bit on my use a sample from every piece, because some of them just aren't working. So what I'm going to do is take a couple of them that I like and kind of use those and then supplement them with samples and synthesizers that I've come across this month and like, and see if I can get this thing done, because I got 4 hours to finish this in March. So I've been working for about 50 minutes, I guess. 50. It's got like a cosmic vibe to it. Like it's just slow moving, slowly developing. And I think that works because it's like the end of the month. And right now I'm using, I think 4, maybe 5 of the samples that I made. My internet just cut out, so even if I do finish this piece, I might not be able to upload the video. What a week. And I'm sleepy. Well, it's 11:21 p.m. on March 31st, 2022, and I just finished my 31st piece in 31 days. Kind of 32nd, if you count the cue I never showed you guys. So I'm just about to bounce the final recording, and just so you know, when you go to listen to this one, I couldn't quite get the ending to have enough of an upswing that I wanted. I think because my computer was getting maxed out, and because I only have 40 minutes left, I didn't feel like that was enough time for me to go back in and remix everything to bring them into the proper volumes. So maybe when I get a new computer, I'll try exporting this again and see if it has a little bit more juice to do it. Or later, when I have a little bit more time, I'll remix it so that all of it's a little bit softer until the very end. But so here we go. Let's hit bounce together. I did it. Now, for those of you who are tuning in early in the morning to catch this, I'm sorry you didn't see this on April 1st. Let me show you something else that happened today. See that router right here, that modem? It should be blinking, but it's not because apparently my internet just went out. It's 11:20 at night, and I could sit here and edit the video together, but there's no point because I can't upload it if I don't have internet. So instead, I hope you'll forgive me. I finished 31 pieces in 31 days, so the video is going to be a little bit late, but I'm going to wake up first thing in the morning and wrap this thing up. Anyway, I'm going to go to sleep. I'll see you tomorrow. It's day 32 of my Compose 31 Pieces of Music in 31 Days challenge. You saw me just a second ago. You know I finished the piece, but I still don't have internet. So let's talk about the piece a little bit. So it ended up not using 30 different samples from 30 different pieces of music. It used 4 or 5 of them. And then I did use a little bit of other samples, other instruments. It came out to be fitting to be an end, I think. Kind of makes me think of that, I think it's T.S. Eliot quote, "The end will not come with a bang, but with a whimper." So it's not quite a whimper, but it's definitely not a dramatic conclusion. It's more just atmospheric, chill, but has moments of grit to it. And it totally feels like a film score thing. I could see this working in my short film, perhaps. So I know I said at the beginning of this video that this was the season finale, but I do think I'm going to come back maybe in a week or two with a what I learned composing 31 pieces of music in 31 days. Maybe also a what I learned making 31 YouTube videos in 31 days. So if you have any questions regarding that, go ahead and toss them in the comments of this video, and I'll try to address them in that video. Playing My Kingdom for a soundproofed environment. I know I've said thanks a few times, but seriously, thank you for following along on this. There's a handful of true fans who have been interacting with me as this thing has been happening, and you've given me the mojo to keep pushing and finish this thing. I'm really, really proud of some of the music that I came up with. I mean, every day had something good about it, even if the piece didn't come out exactly like I would have hoped. But I'm really excited to get to work on a piece tomorrow that I don't have to finish tomorrow. Man, that's going to be nice. Though this month has been awesome for helping quiet down my inner editor, because I have a deadline and it's 8 hours away, so you got to finish this piece. So in some cases I had to make choices just for the sake of finishing. And when I go through and revisit these pieces in the future, I'll probably make some adjustments. But as I was going through finding the sections I was going to sample, it was really cool getting to hear and be like, man, I can't believe I wrote that. I don't even remember it. I feel like I had about 10 other things I wanted to say, but I didn't make a note of it. So it disappeared from my brain. Car, thank you from the bottom of my heart for coming along and cheering me on through this. It's meant a lot to me. I hope you've heard some stuff you liked. Now that we're done, I'd love to hear which one was your true favorite. Toss it down in the comments. That'd be awesome. Well, here we go. The piece for day 31. I hope you like it, and I'll see you sometime soon. I just got goosebumps saying that. Hey, if you've been watching this from the beginning, you probably didn't expect to see me right now, but I just wanted to go ahead and let you know, if you made it to the end of this and you're still watching and you're sad that it's over, I want to invite you to check out a playlist that I'm going to put up on the screen right now. I don't know where it's going to be, of some vlogs that I did a while back, and we'll hopefully be continuing as time goes by. Some of them are music related, some of them are just random. But if you can't get enough of me on your YouTube feed, go check that out. And I also plan to go through and cut down these videos to just the music video and put those on a playlist. So if I can, I'll put a link to that right here as well. So I hope you'll consider checking out the vlog playlist or the music video playlist, and maybe, just maybe, subscribe.